How's it going, everyone, and welcome to Rambo Reviews, the show, the only show where I review a movie and you don't do anything. Today in review is Ready Player One. Now, I'm gonna have to warn you, there are a lot of opinions that you might not agree with in this review, and that's okay. Just leave a comment. Please don't dislike bomb, or please don't hate. Let's get some constructive criticism down in the comments. Thank you very much. And without further ado, let's get into Ready Player One. Now, I love Ready Player One. Some people might think it's because of the pop culture references, and some people might think it's blatant pandering to gamers like me.
I'm a gamer.
I'm gonna have to say it's not. It's very plot-based, and it's got all types of things in it. Some of the pop culture references, I'll sprinkle them through the review. You know, you've got Tracer from Overwatch, the DeLorean, the Iron Giant, some Street Fighter characters, Sans from Undertale, the Splatoon girls, some Sonic OCs that I made a while ago, Super Mario's shoes and overalls, SpongeBob, Patrick's shorts, slightly ripped, this fish. The movie is about a man who loves video games so much that he dies and goes into a video game world. But anyways, let's review the movie. So Ready Player One is basically about this kid who gets shoved into a video game, and I really love the first video game they put into, you know, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the topic, but the first video game he gets shoved into is Undertale, which I think they executed perfectly, especially down to the part when they turned Flowey into Papyrus. That was a really good one. I really love the way that they voiced the characters in a way. You know, they could have just done like the thing where they go like but they made actual voice actors, and the funniest thing is that Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, they're both voicing Sans and Papyrus, which I think is really nice. Now, if you ask me, by far my favorite part from the Undertale segment was the part where the main protagonist had to face off with Sans, and they played Stronger Than You, Undertale parody in the background. Now, after he defeats Sans, he gets transported to Diddy Kong Racing, which is my second favorite game. I can't believe they did this, and like, wow, this is ridiculous. But he gets transported to Diddy Kong Racing and has to race Diddy Kong. But my favorite part by far, the main protagonist meets Lil Pump and gets his autograph. This is absolutely insane, and the way they executed this, the cinematography was perfect. Next, he gets transported into the Narutoverse, which you might not know, but started off as a video game which they adapted into an anime and then adapted into a manga. I love it when, if y'all know, I'm a big ol' weeaboo, you can call me that, I don't really care, but the main protagonist gets transported into the Narutoverse and actually learns how to take Shadow Clone Jutsu. He eventually uses that to build a human stair step to transfer to the next world, and that is just awesome. I love the way they did that. The special effects were amazing, and I love the way that the big man, he stare at me through the window. I love the way the big man touched me at night. And the last segment has got to be one of my favorite segments overall, even though it doesn't include Undertale, which is a bummer because they could have included a lot more Undertale characters in the end. But he actually faces off against himself. Which turns out to be David Leto's depiction of the Joker in Harley Quinn, which is really surprising. It really got me. It was a real banger, but I really think that they executed this perfectly. The cinematography and the special effects in this scene were ridiculous. I love it when the main protagonist turns into a slimy mold and crawls up his pants. I especially love it when Harley Quinn turns into one of those 3D anime Pornhub ads. Overall, The way they did this entire movie, I have got to give them props, because this is absolutely insane. No, this has broken the boundaries for my review. I can't even give it a 10, or I can't give it an 11, a 100, you know. I can't give it anything, because it's just a good movie. I love this movie. Hello?
Thrown like a star from a hundred miles, sleeping by my eyes to take a peek. To find that I was behind the scene, gazing with tranquility. Just then when
This is gonna be my upload schedule, so like a new video every, I don't know, 2 days. Yes. Yeah.
the man came singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs